Hello and welcome back to the Unbearable Redz. My name's Carl, I'm your host today, and we're going to be talking about a few topics in today's video. First of all, we're going to look into Bayern Munich being unhappy with Liverpool for our approach for Timo Werner, and we're also going to be looking at the links between Liverpool Football Club and the transfer of two of the brightest starlets in world football, Jadon Sancho and Kylian Mbappe. First of all, we are a new channel, so any support that you'd like to give us, that'd be greatly appreciated. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying what we're doing, and any comments that you have, greatly appreciated, because we would like to interact more with the community. Right, so on with the video. According to Transfermarkt, Bayern Munich are raging about Liverpool entering into talks with RB Leipzig for their lethal German centre-forward Timo Werner. I've already done a video on Timo Werner in depth, so that'll be linked in the description below, so I'm not going to go into great detail about him today. Because everything I've got to say I've already said, and as I say, that will be linked in the description below. So yeah, Bayern Munich are raging. So according to Manuel Veth, who writes for Transfermarkt, Bayern Munich are unhappy that Liverpool have stolen a march on their approach for Timo Werner, as in the last summer transfer window they apparently agreed a 25 million fee with the young German striker, and personal terms pulled the plug on the transfer for unknown reasons. This resulted in Werner signing a new contract with RB Leipzig, which then put that £60 million rumoured release clause in that Liverpool are looking to trigger, and that would have to be done before its expiry date in April. Basically, this stinks of Bayern Munich being unhappy because they've had the pick of all the best German talent in the Bundesliga for decades, and now Liverpool are coming along and challenging them for one, having the audacity to go to Germany and sign a top German young player. Bayern Munich can get the That's all I've got to say on it. Right, and now we're going to go on to the main part of the video. Liverpool Football Club. We have found ourselves as one of the most desirable destinations for football players in world football. Current European champions, current world champions, soon to be Premier League champions. We have the best team in the world, we've got the best manager in the world, the best fans, with probably the best run club in the world. And we have become extremely wealthy by building our club in the right manner, staying within financial fair play. Oh Man City, we're all laughing at you. As a result, we found ourselves linked to two of the fastest rising stars in world football, Jadon Sancho of Borussia Dortmund and Kylian Mbappe of Paris Saint-Germain. So I'm going to start by having a look at Sancho first, and then we'll go into Mbappe later in the video. So Jadon Sancho, he's 19 years old. He's currently blowing the Bundesliga away at Borussia Dortmund after signing for the German club from Manchester City in 2017. He's played 66 games, scoring 26 goals in that time at the time of recording. Looks to be a genuine generational talent, looks to be the next big thing for England. The fee for Jadon Sancho is reported to be between 100 million and 130 million, which would be a significant layout for Liverpool Football Club, but one I feel that we could definitely be worth it if we do go through with it. Now, yeah, you look at this rumoured transfer in comparison to like Adama Traore, which I've also done a video on, linked in the description below as well, and they're looking at upwards of 75-80 million for essentially a fast, bang average player. That's how I see Adama Traore. And you can pay it, what, 20-50 million more, and you're getting a generational talent who's 19. Yeah. Now, I've mentioned in the past, in a previous video, I would rather see us spend less money on Todd Cantwell myself, for reasons that I've gone to in previous videos, also linked below. And I would be over the moon if we signed Jadon Sancho, mostly because he's boss and he's a generational talent. He's obviously going to be a better player in the long run than Todd Cantwell. I just feel like for what Todd Cantwell provides next to Sancho, the output's nowhere near the same. Sancho's clearly the better player, but you are signing Todd Cantwell for 30 million. And I think once Jurgen gets hold of him, gets him in the team, teaches him the system, he'll be a far better player than he is at Norwich. One of the main reasons though, I think that we should look into signing Jadon Sancho as well, is because a lot of the other big teams in England are looking at him. Well, he's been linked with the likes of United, the likes of Chelsea, and they're rumoured to be making approaches for the player as we speak. Now, calling them rivals is very generous, because they're nowhere near us at the moment, and even if they are in advanced talks with the player, if Liverpool show up, it's not even a contest. Why would he go to Man United or Chelsea when he can come to the best team in the world with the best manager? It does make sense. Not a contest at that point. So would he fit in well at Liverpool? I think he's the kind of player that would do well in our system. Fast, pacey winger, likes to cut in on the inside, basically a bit of an inside forward. Good goal output, good assist output, he'd blend in well, he's very young, he's English. Man City let him go for nothing. You know what I mean? An ideal signing. That'll be a player for this club for the next decade. Yeah, 130 million may sound like a lot of money. That's 13 million a year over 10 years for a generational talent, for somebody who is going to be one of England's best players for years to come. He's going to be one of the Premier League's best players for years to come if he comes to the league. Worthwhile output, in my opinion. Right, so on to probably the hottest prospect in world football right now, and that is Kylian Mbappe, a man who needs no introduction. He signed for PSG in 2017 for upwards of 200 million, initially on a loan for FFP reasons, but he is now a fully fledged PSG player. PSG, I'd be sweating if I were you. Well, what happened to Man City? UEFA will be coming for you next. Right, so Kylian Mbappe, I don't really need to go into much about the player. You know who he is, you know how good he is, you know everybody wants him. He's 21, World Cup winner, already got a 200 million transfer fee paid for him. Insane. He's played 74 times for Paris Saint-Germain, scoring 61 goals in the process. 48 of those goals have come in the 47 games of this season so far. Once again, that's absolutely insane. This season he's averaging more than a goal a game. Now, the big thing with this transfer is he a feasible transfer target? Transfer fee wise, yes, he would cost a lot of money. PSG will be looking to recoup at least the fee that they paid for him, and we'd be looking at 200 million, which is a hell of a lot of money. But Mbappe is a hell of a player, and he's not even hitting his prime yet. He's still only 21. That 200 million, much like Jadon Sancho, is an investment for potentially the next 10 years. 20 million a year for a player that's going to be up there with names like Ronaldo and Messi. He's going to win multiple Ballon d'Ors. 20 million a year for 10 years. If he stays that long, yeah, absolutely, completely worth it. Completely worth it. The only downside to the Mbappe transfer would be, I think a deal for him would mean we'd see one of our current front three moving on. As they're currently in their primes or coming to the end of them, as our business model dictates, we'd look to be making a profit on some of these players in the next few years. So, which one do I think we'd move on? I think it would be Mo Salah. Hear me out. Mohamed Salah, probably the most prolific goal scorer in that front three, and you can replace his goals with Kylian Mbappe. He's probably got the biggest transfer value of any of the front three. So you could sell him for 200 million and then give that straight to PSG for Kylian Mbappe. At that point, we're essentially swapping the two out. Could essentially not cost the club any money. Also, two of the front three are going to be missing for portions of next season because the Africa Cup of Nations is going to be in January of 2021, and that can last for a month and a half if both teams go the distance, which they can, because Egypt are a good team in Africa, Senegal are a good team in Africa, and that means we're going to be without Salah and Mane for at least a month and a half from January and into February. Also, Mohamed Salah is going to the Olympics with Egypt in August, and you know, at the end of the day, we pay his wages, so letting him go to the AFCON, fair enough. But letting him go to the Olympics as well, or him wanting to go to the Olympics, Egypt demanding he goes to the Olympics, that's not on at the end of the day. And if he wants to do that, then he can go and do that elsewhere. So that's why I think we'd have to move one of the front three on. It'll be Mane or Salah, and Salah's the one that would have to be moved on in order to bring Mbappe in. Now, the next issue with getting Mbappe in would be the wages. He's done something ridiculous, like upwards of 300k at PSG, and I don't think we'd be willing to pay him that because it is a huge sum of money each week, and it would also break our wage structure. Paying Mbappe 300k a week means you'll be getting knocks on the door from Virgil, from Alisson, from Bobby, from Mane, asking for the same pay, and they'd be well within their rights to do so because they are worth that kind of money to Liverpool Football Club if Kylian Mbappe is. There is, however, ways around it. If we agree to pay him equal to our highest earner, which I think is Mo Salah on around 250k a week, and dust off one of the old FSG tricks from the playbook, which is offering performance-based bonuses so that he can earn the higher wage that he wants if he's performing. If we win the league, win the Champions League, if he scores X amount of goals, if he wins awards, if he's doing these things, he can boost his wage through performance-based bonuses. That's a way around it that I see. There's also the possibility that he will be willing to take a bit of a pay cut to join the best team in the world, play under the best manager, in the best system, with the best fans cheering him on. There is also that possibility. He's also heavily linked with Real Madrid, and I think they would be our biggest challenges for Mbappe, as they will be willing to pay him whatever he wants, and they'd be able to pay the money in transfer fees for him as well. It's a lot easier for Real Madrid to get this deal over the line than it would be for Liverpool, but that doesn't mean that we're not in the race for this player if we want to be, and that's the big take home from this is we're linked with Sancho and Mbappe, and if we want to be in the race for them, we're in that race. We're the best team in the world. We can get these players in. We can attract this level of player. It just depends whether we want to be. Both of them do fit our business model of buying young players, developing them. Not sure yet you get the resale value out of them that you would normally because we're already paying such massive fees for them, but who gives a do you know what I mean? At this point, we're in the promised land. We're challenging for European Cups, we're challenging Premier Leagues, we're winning both of them. Now it's time to adapt that business model and don't buy cheap and sell high. Buy high, buy young, and keep them and build dynasties with the players that are bringing in. Not just sign this player, keep him for 5 years, sell him. Buy these players, keep them for 10 years, and have massive amounts of success. That should be the business model going forward. So that's my views on the links between Liverpool, Sancho and Mbappe. If you have enjoyed the video, please like, please subscribe, and any comments that you want to leave, if there's anything I've missed out, if you disagree, if you think, if you have a different opinion on anything I've said, I want to know it. So please let me know in the comments section down below. And as always, up the Reds.